Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to fix some of the issues with the twin turbo fuzz. Stay tuned. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, and there's plenty of you that haven't subscribed yet, so please hit that subscribe button. Alright, some of the issues with the fuzz from last video is it was running really lean and actually getting a fault for the O2 sensor, so the one that's down the bottom there in the manifold. So what we're going to do is actually pull the three O2 sensors out. So the one in the manifold, the one in the dump just here, that's the air fuel ratio one, and the one that's in the back of the dump, which is down and under, and we're going to clean them up. So I've been reading up about how to clean them, and they're saying that just to put them in fuel for 24 hours you should clean it up. So I'll do that. It's Monday night now, so tomorrow night it should be good to put them back in and see if it has actually changed and cleaned. Now, when we did the run yesterday, last video, it went really lean. Now, the Torque app uses Lambda, and it was off the charts. Also blowing some smoke as well, so I'm going to look into the oiling, if it is the oiling, or if we're getting some like air into the system and it's leaning it out and making it go rich when I back off. And yeah, so hopefully we can fix that. So I'm going to jack up the car, put it onto jack stands at the front here, and get those three sensors out. Alright guys, so I've got two out. This is the one that's halfway down the car, so the rear O2 sensor. It's a bit gummy. This is the one for my gauge, and the one that's in the front I can't get out because all the wiring's under here and I can't be bothered. So it's actually just hanging quite low. Got a jar here full of petrol. I'm gonna put it under the car and just like dip it in. Then I'll just dip these two in under the car as well and leave it for 24 hours. Alrighty guys, there we go. We've got all three in there. None of the electrical connections are in the petrol, but yeah, they're all just sitting in there. Probably up to the threads where you screw it in. Just got this here so they won't drop in. Yeah, we'll just leave that. There's a lot of mess going on down here. There's oil and there's coolant. This is the overflow, and it was actually sitting like that on top, so as anything came down it went straight into the pipe. So I believe that's why there's that coolant there, and also from that split. But we're also seeing some oil up there too, so we'll look into that after I've moved this and got them back in. Oh, got a bit of oil seepage on there too, that's not good. Alrighty guys, it's the next night. Got my gloves on. I'm going to be handling petrol. My hands are pretty stuffed from work, so don't want to get petrol on them. Alright, let's get under there and get two of the O2 sensors out, and we'll see how they look and see how the fuel looks too. Hopefully that's cleaned it up a bit. Alright. Doesn't really look like it's changed that much. Just going to go ahead and just wipe these and then I'll reinstall them. Alrighty guys, so I've put all the sensors back in. I've actually moved some of the electrical away from the exhaust. There's a lot going on down here. But also that heat wrapped coolant line, the coolant line there. It was actually resting on the top of this one here. Sorry, I can't see. So you can probably see that cable tie there. Just pulled it up a little bit. So it's about 5mm off it now. So hopefully that stays there. Just rotate that around a bit. That sensor will probably get hot anyway and melt that. This is the overflow. So yeah, that's just there, so it should squirt out there. We've got this on this cable tie here, so once this gets clipped in, it's tucked up. But I can just slide it off when I need to get the bumper off. Yeah, as you can see, there's coolant and some oil hanging around. The oil looks like it's coming from probably where every other Subaru leaks from, the rocket cover gasket. But we'll investigate that further. Alright guys, I'm going to have to take this front bumper off so we can check out everything. Yeah. Alright, back to no face. At least I can lean up against here now and get up there so I can look into the abyss. Alright, so I was just looking down there for a little while. It doesn't look like the banjo for the oil feed for the GT35 is leaking, so that's good. And obviously it's not leaking up here. And the drain, from what I can see, looks okay. But we are getting some water. As you can probably see, like the little rusty bits. So we're getting some water through. So the 3-inch there, you can see down there on the mount. So it's coming out of the up pipe. You can see it's coming out of the 2-inch. Look, it could be, because I really haven't had it up to temp. I've done several starts with it cold, or cold starts. Didn't really let it warm up because I was testing. It's also coming out underneath, halfway down the car. I probably showed you when I did the O2 sensor. But you can see it on the bottom side of that 3-inch V-band clamp. It's dripping out there, obviously, once it's warmed up. We're not getting any drips here, so I'm not getting any out of this flange. So, cheese coming from the engine. That's sealed. Oh, please don't come from the engine. But we're not getting any from hot intake. We are getting some from the dump. So that's not sealed properly. Probably from my crappy welds. But we are seeing a bit of oil on the cartridge, which is not good. Oh, bit of seepage there actually. So yeah, maybe that's not up tight. I can crank that a bit. Well, looks like maybe I did something with the cartridge when I was rotating it. Maybe I pinched an O-ring or something and it's... yeah. Hope not. That could also be why it was smoky too, actually. Oh no, that's the well, it's like RTV or something. I don't remember putting it on there. Anyway, I must have knocked it. There we go, boys. Can you see that drip? Right there above the up pipe. There. I think it looks like it's coming from the bloody half moons at the back. Damn it. Alright guys, just took this pipe off to see if there was anything in there, like any oil or any water. Looks pretty damn clean to me. Alright guys, I just got this pipe off. I was thinking of maybe loosening this off and maybe rotating it and clamping it back on. And just making sure there was no scraping on the top there. Seems good to me. No play. Spinning freely, so it's not touching the sides at all. That's good. So, yeah. Beats me. What do you guys think it is? Why am I getting that much water? Might be condensation into the system, into the exhaust system. Do you think it really just needs a decent run? Or the drives you've seen are the only ones that I've actually done, and you can see that actual clip of me driving wasn't that long. Yeah, I've sat here and idled, but probably most of the time, maybe 10 minutes I've driven it, including sitting here, warming up, driving and coming back. Max 10 minutes. Do you think it just needs a good clean out? It needs a good drive. So yeah, clear it out. Obviously if the water's able to leak out, there's obviously an exhaust leak there then. So we do need to fix some things then. But it did sound a bit funny. You probably wouldn't have been able to hear it because of me having the windows open and the really bad wind noise when I was driving. It didn't sound like turbos. It sounded like more of a supercharger. Maybe it was the air escaping on that 2-inch V band. I know when I had my GTIR and I didn't put the turbo gasket on properly. Like there was a bit of a gap. But anyway, it allowed the gasket to vibrate. It actually sounded like a supercharger. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a bit of a gap there on the 2-inch. And that could also be throwing out my O2 sensor. Obviously the air changing not going through the whole system, changing from the start here, where it's not leaking on the manifold, to halfway down the car. But we can check those numbers. Also been thinking of actually tuning it myself. Been investing some time in just watching YouTube videos from HB Academy, the New Zealand guys. Pretty good. Just trying to understand, your timing and your fueling, your air fuel ratios, and how they contribute to actually tuning and getting the power. But obviously don't have dyno, and tuning it out on the road at the moment. Here in Melbourne we actually have a curfew for stage 4 of this stupid pandemic, of 8 o'clock. Now, as you can see in my drives that I did, I do have a fairly flat area, not that far away from here, but I need to be going somewhere during the day, like to the shops to do shopping. So if I get caught, I can say that I'm going to the shops to do a grocery shop instead of tuning with a laptop there. Not the best timing. So yeah, 6 weeks of not really being able to go out. I think I might go a little bit crazy. I literally just got this on the road and then I've shut down the state. Anyway, I'll put this cooler pipe back on, and we'll see how those O2 sensors are and the air fuel ratio, the wideband sensor, should I say, is. Now, yeah, when I was looking at the logging that I did, and if you watched the last couple ones, and I pulled up the fault, it was actually the O2 sensor at the front here. It was the issue, and then I was saying that it was doing its air fuel mixture off that one. So if that one's faulty and it's gummed up, the reason why it would be gummed up is because it sat on this bench for 6 months getting crap on it. So hopefully soaking in that petrol for the last 24 hours has helped it, and hopefully when I do start it up and get it up to operating temperature and clear the code, hopefully it doesn't come back. And yeah, it's actually strange that the TGV fault hasn't come up, because it was coming up on my other one. Maybe my other one wasn't telling the truth. a bit of a chuff from here, I think. Nothing from there, that's good. When you look at it, it goes to 20. When you don't, it's on 14. Pressure's good. I reckon it's the sensor. So it's in closed loop. And it's idling. Okay. There's no reason for it to be jumping around. I haven't touched anything. Unless it's going rich because air's getting out. But it would also be air and fuel getting out. Touch it. That's cold. Cold here, really cold. Not 7 degrees, I can tell you that. Might run inside, leave it running, run inside, grab the Samsung and hook it up. So we've got 14.3, which is a bit rich, but you want 14.7, right? I'm just sitting here idling. But then on the actual ECU, we're at 1.5, which is saying it's lean. So you want that. This is lambda. It should be at 1. 1 is 14.7. Closed loop using O2 sensor for fuel mix. Whatever. Yeah. Well, that didn't even change. Might have some fuel sitting in it. Would have burnt off by now though. That's not working. No. Yeah, so I want to get into this ECU and check some things out. So ROM Raider, what do you think? You guys, just turned it off. As you can see, we're hanging really around 1.4, 1.5 lambda, which is really, I guess, dangerously lean. But the gauge is saying like 14.2 and it was hanging around that. Yeah. Cool, and got up to 88. Not quite there, but it is quite cool tonight. So, yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on me attempting to tune it, manipulate it a little bit? Obviously, I'll save the ROM. I always have a backup to go back to original. Just need to pick up the OBD cable for it and a laptop. Yeah, something I can look at. Comment down below, guys. Should I get into the tuning part of it? If you like this episode, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.